How do, folks? How you doing on this sunny, sky spermy day? As it's as sunny as it gets, isn't it? People are going, oh, it's lovely again. But no, it's brighter. There's no thick clouds there, but the sky is hazy. Use your eyes, use your memory of what the sky used to look like, day and night, I'd say. But hey, what can I say? What's that got to do with things, eh? Tyranny. What can you say about it? And what can you do about it, to be honest? Now, I've got a few folks at the minute, I don't know what's really going on, but a few folks at the minute are chucking their real, like, 1 minute past 12 shit at me. It's like, I'm in court tomorrow, I'm in court in a couple of days, end it, fix it, sort of thing. Like, hang on a second. You know, you're not going to get anywhere if you're going to leave things to the last day and then ask somebody else how to deal with it. That's an absolute fact. The minute their first claim comes through the door, the first sign of anything, speeding charge, whatever it is, the minute it first comes through the door, that's when you need to act. You don't wait until it goes to court. It's just absolutely ridiculous that you just do absolutely nothing and then leave it at the last minute and go, hey, I've got to find somebody who will fix this for me. So please don't. I'm going to have to get somebody vetting my emails very shortly, because the emails are just taking up so much of my day. If somebody gets an email to me, I try to give a very detailed response and as the best I can, but I get questions back and then I answer them, and then I get more questions back and answer them, I get more questions back, and this destroys my day. I can't sit there having a conversation by message, as anybody would know. It'd take 10 minutes to write out 30 seconds worth of words, and a lot of time people want some information where I'm going to attach something or find something, so time gets took. And if I could spend half an hour on an email and then send it back and get an immediate response and be expected to spend another half an hour on another detailed response, I can't do it. So this is why my responses get shorter and shorter as you come back and back and back and back, because it's just way too many emails. There isn't enough time in a day for me to open all these emails and still do what I have to do. It's destroying things, and it's making other things suffer. Other people are having to wait for real serious shit, because my email box is just absolutely full of usually stupid shit, and shit that was avoidable, could be avoidable. Corona fines, I mean, that's really evidence fucking corona. So fines and forfeiture before conviction. The Union of England with England Act 1707. Now, this was sent to me a few days ago by a mate, and a good mate. Have a look at this. I had a read, and it's just like, fucking seriously. Seriously, this shit is so in front of your face, and I say it all the time, there's so much there, nobody can read it all, nobody can see it all. Judges even go to books. The best barristers and lawyers in the world go to books, because you can't know it all. But there is just a steady stream. It's bizarre. There's just a steady stream of real solid information that shows that their laws under their realms are fucking unlawful, and shows that they are breaking the law. So Union with England Act 1707, go and read it, especially the last two passages. Now, there's one long one shorter one. Don't send me messages saying what passages are they. Look for yourself, the last two passages. So go to the last one, scroll up one, and read them, and pay particular attention. Read the whole fucking thing, read it all if you're going to do your own due diligence, but pay particular attention there. And if you can't see an answer to most of the fucking problems just right there on that, especially where travelling's concerned, I get people all the time about travelling. Read that, go and throw that at them. And remember, they are tenacious. So like I always say, you got it. Like I'm saying now, I didn't always say it, like I've been saying for quite a while. You need to bring claim on them. So you bring claim. Don't just say, I went into a magistrate and I told them and they ignored me. Of course they did. They're not a court of law. They're an administrative process. They're an administrative meeting. That's all that's going on there. And they're administrating your trust. And they're administrating it for profit. There's no profit in listening to you, and there's no law going on here, so they don't have to listen to you. So I say it over and over again, and then I just get people sending me messages asking me about exactly what I've said on a video. It's bizarre sometimes, but folks, you can't listen to information that I say on here. Don't bother doing your due diligence and then coming and asking me, because I'm pointing you somewhere, like I've told you many times, trying to get your head straight. Your head straight. I'm not trying to give you a flag, here's where your remedy is, come to me and give me all your problems. Start thinking, start reading the shit. The Bill of Rights, read it. Session 2, read it for fuck's sake. All these things that I've told you on all past videos, all these things that others tell you, even the shills, they state these things, but then they go on to tell you how to deal with it. That's the wrong thing. Read these things. Stop asking for somebody to tell you how to deal with it. You're saying you don't know how to deal with it. The reason you don't know how to deal with it is because your head's not straight. You're not thinking straight. And the point is, if you read this shit and then you start forming an understanding of this shit, or should I say a comprehension of this shit, you're going to realise exactly how to deal with it yourself, without listening to somebody else and without wondering if theirs is going to work, or without putting your faith in somebody else. Don't put your faith in somebody else in this game. There's too many people leading you astray. Read shit, learn for yourself. Just learn. Read it, don't dismiss it. If you can't remember it tomorrow, read it again. Write passages out, write them out. Don't just copy and paste them. Write them out. That cements it in your head. Take the piece of paper with you. If you're travelling around and you've got concerns that police are going to stop you or something like that, create a bundle in your motor. This is the bundle I carry around in my motor. This is just for me in my motor, and this is, even though I am well evidenced now, I feel quite comfortable doing what I'm doing, and I've been doing it for quite a long time. Let me just pull over a second, just to give you an example of doing your own due diligence. I'm showing you inside it because I'm tearing it all up, showing you inside it. Alright, how we got it? Hang on. I don't even know if you're seeing this. There you go, that's it, isn't it? All this is what I carry around in my motor. So if anything happened, not only have I got notices in there for the police, I've got them for the courts, I've got writs of habeas corpus in there, I've got so much law, in fact, only this morning I put that Act of the Union in there, because that's in there now as well, and that's my bundle that I've got with me at all times. And if tyranny did ensue, I've got all that I need with me to deal with any situation that can come along. That's your due diligence. And the fact is, most of it I could just do from here, but that's my due diligence. It's there, it's absolutely right next to me, and if I was ever to be dragged away, that would be with me. And like I say, I feel quite comfortable in what I'm doing, and I still go to those levels. There's another bundle which is different to that one, because this one's for my motor. There's another bundle in my missus, oh no, so it's the same one as this in my missus motor, but pertaining to her motor. And there's another one by my door pertaining to everyday life. It is what it is. We live in a, I'd say, treasonous world. Yes, treasonous world, treacherous world, a tyrannical world, TTT. But the reality is, we have to know that we're right on the cutting edge of breaking their backs, basically. They're never going to allow us to break their backs. So we are right on that cutting edge, especially folks like me who are doing serious things in the background. Now, tyranny can ensue at any time. And folks often say to me, well, what if this and what if that? Well, people, think for yourselves. You know, what if law suddenly stopped? I get that one all the time. What if law suddenly stopped? What then? Well, what do you think then? The law stopped. There is no law. Dog eat dog. They're going to kill you. You might decide to fight back and take a couple back, but they're bigger than you. There's more of them than you. So, what can you say? You put your neck on your line, or you lay there curled up like a frightened little sheep going bah to everything they say. Just what if this happens? What if that happens? What do you fucking want? So, logic, folks. Put your own logic into situations. Now, if you seriously think that there's not going to be any law at all anywhere again, and there's never going to be law, you're fucked. So you can't do anything with the law. Forget that. Don't worry about the law. Walk away. Build a bunker. That's my best advice. Go and build a bunker, and fill it with armament. With your right to bear arms, if you actually looked at your right to bear arms. Never repealed right to bear arms. You can't even have a penknife. Oh my God, come on people, come on, wake up to legal and lawful. I say it all the time, there's a huge difference, and yes, they are tyrannical. We've allowed them to get this far. You can't just say blah 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 and then go, oh okay, I'll leave you alone, bye. It don't happen. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's not going to start to happen. So forget that shit and stop looking for that shit, because that isn't how it works. They've been allowed to create a system that's folded in around the people over decades, centuries, but decades. In our lifetimes, we've watched the laws, well, we've watched the laws just be absolutely hidden. And we've just watched this legal system roll on at a rate of about 600 acts a week get passed, and it's just been a continual since the 30s. and yeah, people just got used to saying, oh, we can't do that now. No, we can't do that. We can't do that because our servants told us we can't do that. But the law tells you you can, but the servant just said, no, you can't. So okay, best just fucking bow down, eh? Just in case they might give us a fine that we wouldn't have to pay actually if we learned that that was unlawful as well. So we're all shit scared of their actions, but their actions always lead to another unlawful action that you can evidence. But we're going to be scared of that shit. Now I get it, not everybody's cut out for this shit. Not everybody's cut out to actually stand up for themselves. Not everybody's cut out to actually feel the need to put yourself at risk to prove what's right and fucking wrong. Not everybody is. I can't do anything about that. You know, if you're not cut out for that shit, don't do it. Lay there, curled up like that little sheep. Go on then. Oh, people are fucking stupid. People do stuff and then they just freeze and just go into this fucking mode with it and just stop dead. Sorry, an idiot. Anyway, yeah, you've got to learn to either stand up for yourself or roll over and get your vaccine. What can I say? Put your chip in your hand. Do whatever they say and whatever they're going to say next. Because they are going to say something next, and then next, and then next, and next. It carries on. It don't stop. So whatever you think you're going along with, it's one step at a time. Just one step at a time, and it's just going to keep going and going and going. So how far do you think it should go before you draw the line? At what stage you think you're going to just keep arguing and acting like you're going to stand up against it, and then the last minute fall for it every single time? And that's what I see in so many people. The amount of people that said to me, no way would they ever have a test, and the amount of people started coming up going, oh, I had to because of, and I don't care what your because of was. It wasn't. It was because of your own fucking head. Not because your job, fucking no job in the world was worth a vaccine, test for me. I'm not going to shove that thing up my nose for a job. I'm not going to put a vaccine in my arm for a job. That's the next one. I had to because of my job. That's bullshit. You didn't, you had to get another job. or learn to go through your life without needing a job. I know people can't see that, but you don't have to create a business to earn money. There's many ways to earn money out there. Just because your mind isn't expanded that way, expand the fucker. That's what learning is. Learn something else. There's plenty of things out there that create money without going to work every day. It's only your mindset that keeps you going to work every day. I've never done the fucker, but trust me, I haven't sat on my arse lazy. Seems like, well, I have sat on my arse. I'm always at the fucking computer or in the motor, but you know what I mean. The reality is, you do not have to work for another man. You do not have to be getting another man rich and then giving a portion of what you've got away. It's only mindset, I promise you. And I laugh because I've spent an entire lifetime wondering why people do this, even before I woke up. And it is just a mindset. It's like, if my method of getting remuneration changed, my actions would change, as they have throughout my life, because I make my own way. I don't need somebody, I don't need a building to have to go to every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, be held imprisonment there, grafting my balls off until 6, whatever time at night. Some people are doing more. And then you see what they did with the contracts and your weekends. They took them away from you. You don't even realise. They took it all away. And it's 0-hour contracts. I mean, what the fucking hell's that shit? And it was all accepted, all this crap that's just been destroying people. And people just go, yeah, I'll take it. Instead of as a whole just coming together and going like, fuck. But they can't, because nobody knows what's going on, because nobody will listen. Everybody's got their own daft ideas and waiting for another saviour to come and fix you. Not going to happen. Your saviours aren't coming. There are no saviours. You're the saviour. Just you. And you're enough. You are enough. You just got to learn some shit. If you get wronged in a tyrannical action of this government or the police or the councils or anything, you've got to accept that you already know that they're out of order. You already know that they will break the law. You can't go, they did this. Well, the fact is, you've watched them do that 100 times with other people. You've heard of them doing that 100 times with other people. Why was it a surprise when it happened to you? So instead of coming away going, oh, that's disgusting, and going on Facebook and putting your fucking videos and your private shit all over Facebook, making a fool of yourselves, why don't you just sit there and go, right, you bastard, I'm going to bring a claim. And sit there and start working out writing a claims. You don't know how to write it. Well, first of all, start writing down what's happened. Everything you think's wrong, because once you've done that, you can start really heavily editing it and bringing it down to form what's going to be in your claim. And then you could watch a YouTube video, how to bring a claim. There's lots of them. How to bring a claim. You don't need to believe everything, because what it's saying is always verifiable. Verify it. Write down a point for point. Stop, play, stop, play, stop, play. Writing down points all the way through. Don't just watch something through and go, oh, I can't remember what he said now. I have that all the time. I watched a video, I can't remember what it said though. Watch it again. Oh, it was too long, it was right in the middle. Well, it ain't important enough then, is it? It's as simple as that. You should have a pen and paper at side of you when you're watching these videos. Write down the timestamp of the exact point of when it said something. Or write down the whole point, stop it and write it all down word for word. There's loads of them out there. There's loads of videos that run the notices down the screen. Pause the fucker, write it down if it's important. Take points out of it. Verify them. They're always verifiable. If somebody's talking about a point of law, put it in your internet browser. Find it, see that it is a point of law, because a lot of what they show you is on the internet as law isn't fucking law at all. A lot of what they tell you is just what somebody's put up, and it is as simple as that. Like the late canons and such like, I just actually had to remove that from one of my groups the other day, because it had slipped in a long time ago, and somebody pointed it out or commented on it, and I noticed. But all them late canons, 2000s and blah blah blah, they were written by a man. It's nothing. It's not the law. So just do your due diligence. You have to verify things. You have to. The fact is, if it's law and you can't find it on the internet through the right law channels, which are there, you know it isn't law. Now you can go into definitions. Things can be broken down by the definitions. Now I don't say get into etymology. I really don't. It makes bumbling idiots out of so many people. If you want to go down that road and you're going to get obsessed, I absolutely guarantee you're going to end up talking like a pillock, and everybody's going to be scratching their head at you, and you're still going to think that you're really good at what you do, but all you are is really good at memorising bollocks. It's true, the words have been played with, but the reality is you don't need to go into it. You need to know some, you need to know a bit, you need to know your way. You need to know what you're saying. If somebody else says something to you that you don't understand, find out what it is. If you're standing in front of a judge and he says a word that you don't understand, don't let it slide by, because it'll be important. Ask him to define the fucker. He'll have to. And then now you've got him, you know what he's saying. So, hey folks, just, it pains me, and some of the emails I'm getting lately are really painful for me to deal with, because really I don't even want to answer some of them. I come on here and I say, don't fucking talk to me about UCC and don't talk to me about Article 61, and immediately I got a flood of emails. I've done UCC, I've said this and I've done this, look at this, read this. What the fuck, didn't you just literally hear me say don't? So I am going to say, if you're going to start with UCC, just delete it, don't press send, because to be honest, I'm going to have to start doing that now, because it takes so much of my time up explaining to people, and it's over and over and over and over again, people that don't want to believe it because they've already tried something, and they've tried something, now they want to flip to try something else. Well, that's muddying the bloody waters and it ain't going to work. So I'm sorry, if you're going down roads like that, I can't say anything I've been saying for too long, far too long. And I believe others have as well. So if you are going to go for that, I'm sorry you fell for somebody. There's a lot of us, we all fell for somebody down this line, every one of us did, and it's part of the journey. That falling for bullshit and learning by your mistakes is part of what cements things into your head. It's bad when it happens and nobody wants to see it happen, but you have to understand, especially when you come to people like me and say, I've made a right ash of this, fix it, and fix it by tomorrow or next week. I've got 100 people doing that all the time to me. No, I can't. It's impossible. There isn't a time in my day to even deal with the emails, let alone the problems. So you have to learn some things. There's some, if you get into Wonky World on Facebook, you can have the shits and giggles on the page obviously, but you've got the files section there that has some absolute gold in there. It has some real lore in there. But don't look at it and then come away and say, what am I looking at? Read it. If you don't know what you're reading, you can't pick it out, then you need to learn some things at a lower level. You need to go back to the drawing board and back to the books. So it's not a case of like, I didn't understand this, now take an hour to explain it to me. And I'm sure there's many others like me that are in the exact same position where they're just being inundated lately. As I keep saying, times are getting worse. This treason's moving on, and tyranny is getting ramped up. It's going to get worse. So if you ain't got a problem now, you're going to have shortly. I'm sorry, but it's just the way the agenda is. Now, when you have the problem, I can't be your first port of call, because I'm already telling you I can't deal with what I'm dealing with. So if you all just keep flooding at me as like, he's the answer, you're the answer, you are the answer, and I'm sorry if this one's going to catch you, learn for the next one. You have to. If you can't pick up on what's already out there, get in the Wonky World files, find some things in there that'll end any situation. And I don't mean templates, there are a couple of templates in there, but if you're just going to post them off and not understand them, you're not going to get anywhere with them, are you? You need to understand them and know how to deal with the response or the lack of response. I tell people all the time, you can actually deal with any situation by getting in there first with a claim. There's all the information there, so get your claim in, go forward. And then I get people asking me questions how to deal with this. Well, I've told you on how many YouTube videos have I told you, get your claim in. That's how to deal with it. So there's a line under that one. How do I deal with it? Get your claim in. Get a claim going. If it's courts, if there's misfeasance in a public office, it's fraud upon the court, it's not verified, there's no affidavit, or they haven't proven that with the DSAR, there is your claim. You take that into a county court before they've got that into there. and you will, and you can if you get off your arse right at the start and do it. It's absolute. You can get there before they can. It's a fact. But if you're going to sit on your arse and not bother doing anything, and then right at the last minute think you can throw it to me and he'll fix it, yeah, I'll leave it for now because he's busy. And then right at the very last minute, I'm going to, here you go, I've got this, oh quick, I've been leaving this because I know you're busy. And then bang, I'm busy with that. I'm busy telling people you can't do that shit to me. You just can't do that shit to me. Everything needs to be dealt with at the earliest point. If not, that is acquiescence. And what does that do? Are you learning? So stop acquiescing and just get your claims in. If they've wronged you in the past, get a claim started. What can I say? Get one on that. Equity knows no time. You require equity. So people, anyway, that is my little one for today. I'm gonna have to look back before I find out whether it was a moan or an informative one. I've just been rattling at you, so not even paying attention to where it's gone or where it's been. But hey folks, listen, just all I can say is just keep learning a little from wherever. Just keep taking your snippets, but get your head straight. That's what I want you to take from me. Stop believing people. Don't ever put people on a pedestal. Never ever put anybody on a pedestal. If you want to put somebody on a pedestal, put your fucking self up there. It's simple as that. Don't ever put somebody up on a pedestal, because automatically you're looking up to them, you're below them, and no, you're not. We're all fucking equal. Every one of us are equal. Some have got some knowledge that others haven't got. They'll share the knowledge, but some of us are just too damn busy to get the entire flood of people that are asking. So I'm sorry. I do try and put snippets out and point you in the right directions of the masses of emails I get. If I get a lot on a certain subject, I try and point you in the right direction on that subject, and I hope that people listen and follow through. Because if you don't do your due diligence, you don't go and look for yourself, you don't read it, or you don't rewrite it out yourself, you don't print it out and carry it with you, or keep reading it over and over again until it sticks. Learn passages out of things, the important things that actually mean something. There's all these things. This is your due diligence. Do that shit. Do that shit. If you think there's going to be a problem, preempt it. Have a fucking bundle. If you don't think there's going to be a problem, preempt that and have a bundle. Have a universal bundle that'll deal with any situation. That's what I have by my door, because there is no situation in particular, so if they do something, it'll be invented. It's a tyrannical system, and right on the edge at any point they could do whatever they fucking wanted if they drop in all law, can't they? So just be aware, folks. And yes, it's a jungle out there. You don't come in this shit to wrap yourself in cotton wool. And if you think you stand up to tyranny first by wrapping yourself in cotton wool, you're deluded. You're just coming in here for entertainment and sit and watch other people do shit, which is fine. If that's what you want to do what you do. It's not my judgment, that's just the fact. But hey, take what you want, learn what you want, take it in as far as you want, and what can I say, as much due diligence as you want to put in there. It is all there for your taking. Anyway folks, on that note, I'm off, and I will catch you all soon. Have yourselves a good day. Ta-da.